I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker. Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine! Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Jerry.
Hey guys, it's Brian Posehn. You're listening to Nerd Poker, D&D with Brian Posehn and friends. Before we get into it, before we find out what happened last week, we're sponsored this week by, people you'll hear in the ads, but also I got a cash donation when I was in Spokane 2 weeks ago from David Jones. So thanks.
From the
not
Monkees?
Davy Jones. You 50-year-old person.
He was super cute.
Yeah, he was adorable.
He's dead now.
What?
Yeah, sad.
Didn't even know he was sick.
But David Jones is it, right?
David Jones is not dead.
Because now he's David Bowie.
Yeah. God damn it. Anyway, David Jones in Spokane. Don't listen to these assholes.
I wish we had some references from this century.
Thanks. Yeah, no shit.
David Bowie's from this century.
Thanks for contributing. We really appreciate it. Also, Sark got some D&D cards from a guy who wrote his name down.
Yeah, what was the story on these?
They were also in Spokane. It's been 2 weeks. They were riding around in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
And he wrote his name down in Sharpie, and it disappeared.
Oh, because
So
it was in your butt pocket, and you wrote.
Well, I rubbed against my balls and my butt, and my wet
Your
penis,
balls
my
pocket?
wet penis, my dry
showered
penis.
with him.
Yeah.
So
I
if you
went
just-
swimming 6 times.
I guess the moral of the story is get a better Sharpie.
I sweat all over them. But
could-
if you're the person in Spokane who gave me the D&D cards to give to Sark, please let us know your full name on Facebook or one of the. What do
And
we call it?
thank you.
Social media.
No, or the fucking thing where
boards,
people
the
talk
forums?
about it. The forum.
The
Yeah,
forums.
I'm going to find a way to work
Grandpa.
them in.
I'll translate into 21st century.
I was just
the
with
rest
Bob
of the
and
night
David
from
last
here on
week.
out.
I was with Bob and David last week, and those guys can't use their cell phones, or they're 3 years older than me, and it was like being with a bunch of grandpas. And then they made
I'm
fun
older
of
than
Iron
all of
Maiden.
you, and
I know.
I'm super tech. I'm so tech, you guys. Oh my god.
Bob was making fun of a band that I've liked for 30 years. He's making fun of Iron Maiden. And it's
At
like,
least
I'm
he
not
knew who
like
he
listening
knew
to the
Iron
new
what?
kids,
I don't think I
but
know
he's
that
like,
band.
And I'm like, yes, that's how they sound, Grandpa. And then one other thing before we get in, I never do this, but any people who play guitar or love music or just like being a human, check out the movie Jason Becker, Not Dead Yet.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the most amazing documentary I've ever seen. Well, not ever, but I mean, in a long time. It blew me away. It stuck with me. You know it, Blaine?
I know of him. I haven't seen it.
I still have.
I know
I
his
own
story.
all his CDs.
You really like Jason Becker?
Bought them all. Perpetual Burn.
Holy
Oh, hell
shit,
yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's
That's a
this
wrap
dude.
on the rest of us. These guys can
See you
just
guys
Well,
later.
no, but
We'll be back
no,
with
if you guys
I'm
don't
gonna
know
check
who
it
I'm
out.
talking
I'm gonna
about,
check it
you
out.
all should
Yeah.
check it out. Even if you've never liked shred metal for ever.
Shreddle?
If you don't even know what it is, check this out. This guy was so talented. He
It's
was
like
touring-
Ingve Hawking.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah, he reminds me of
Hawkenstein.
Ingve and then Stephen Hawking. So what happened is he's 15, 16, 17, flying around the world with Marty Friedman, who later on went on to play in Megadeth and is a badass. And they
pronounced
did this band,
Megadeth.
they did this band called Cacophony, and it was just basically 2 guys shredding. And he joins David Lee Roth's band, replaces Steve Vai at 19 years old, and while he's recording the record, his hand starts to get heavy, and he gets ALS, and the story takes a dark turn and then takes an amazing turn at the end, because he's still alive, and he's still playing, he's still composing music, and
now I don't have to see the movie, I guess.
I thought my heart was made of shit. For many years.
Come on, Brian.
People have told me I have a heart made of shit.
Hey, what's old shit heart up to?
a fool of shit.
Did you ever hear the Dio song?
the Wizard of Oz character that got cut out.
No, and this movie proved to me that I still have one, and yeah.
Hey Jerry, what's 21st century for the Yardbirds?
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
What?
The 21st century for Yardbirds is probably one of those like boy bands that like you're too far into the
One
now.
Direction?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
go One Direction. One of those assholes.
Who's Jeff Beck in One Direction? All right. Well,
I
let's
think
get
it's
in.
Neal. Happy birthday, Neal. I missed it by a couple of days. See you at Shakey's. Back off, haters.
Let's get in. What happened last week?
All right, so you guys were you were not making an escape, but you were trying to take a little shortcut to get from one end of this this structure to the other. You suspect that it's a massive, basically like a two-headed tower that the sort of planet of bodies has formed up around. So you're trying to get to the other side, and rather than go through the potentially dangerous lifts or try and navigate the shafts of this gigantic soul-sucking engine, you opted to get back to the ship, which you guys succeeded in doing.
Shaft sucking. I can't believe we let those go by. I guess I didn't.
Is everything a joke to you, Brian?
By the way, we're drinking this episode.
You are.
Some of us.
And we'd left off there. A few key bits of info here are that you guys had found some, or you'd found a halfling at one point, and he appeared to be rigged into some type of life preservation halfling milking machine or something. And I think, Sir Richard, you unhooked him from that with your sword, right?
I found it to be abhorrent. It was. I didn't detect evil, but I detected evil.
Yeah, it was gross.
You detected
anyway, so.
icky.
Yeah.
Detected yuck.
And then
Detected gauche.
of more immediate importance, from the area that you first entered and saw that you were in the vicinity of your ship, and now in your ship looking out, you can see that the sky is filled with, it looks like returning dreadnoughts. Yeah, collector fleet ships are sort of jumping back into local space. Whether or not that is just because this is their schedule or because they were called back, you're not sure. It does seem a little suspicious that you guys
Coincidental.
You guys were raising hell here, and now the family's coming home. But yeah, that's where
On
we
the
left
next
off.
hells.
You guys were.
Anybody hear the SWAT team coming in?
They're coming to shut off the air conditioning. They found out.
Oh fuck! You jinxed it.
I noticed the cross on Highland was off. Did you see that? Maybe that's the
cross.
trade-off.
That's
yeah,
because Christ is
the
dead.
the Jesus cross.
Weird. I've never seen that off.
I've never seen it off either.
I've never noticed it.
So I became
Where
an
is it?
atheist.
You can't see
on the
it
way over.
because you're
Yeah, when you're coming over
I
from
can
our
see
Dark
nothing.
Lord.
All I see is upside down stars. Where is this cross?
It's overlooking the 101 on the.
On Coinga Pass.
It's on the
It's on the
north
Coinga
side
Pass.
of the
It's a
101.
gigantic-
It's on the
Look,
top.
I've been here all my life. I don't know what you're talking
guy
about.
that's
You
grown
just
up
moved
here.
to the valley.
Yeah,
I think you're willfully blind to the love of Christ.
spoken like a real Jew.
Amen.
Hey, let's not get all real Jewy in here as early.
All right, so yeah, we don't believe in Jesus, and you guys are.
That's what D&D is all about,
tough.
guys.
That's right. Watch Mazes and Monsters.
Oh my God! Don't watch Mazes and Monsters.
That has come up so many times lately.
I told you.
feel.
Well, I watched it recently.
Yeah.
You should bring Jack Chick in here at some point. Is he still? He's not alive. is he?
No.
he
They
can't.
still do chick tracks though.
Oh, right on.
Deathstalker's on Netflix now, so that's a bit of inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are on board your ship, and
Flying to the other end of the thingy if we can. Stargoyle?
So what is their plan? We're flying to the other.
Just
We're flying
waiting.
to the top of the
Playing
other
as
tower.
something new.
No, I just found it.
I can't wait till it's time to get riddles.
Okay,
That
so
won't make
out in
sense
the
until
field.
later.
yeah, no. If only these were cameras.
Yeah.
That was my knee.
Oh
You
my
guys,
goodness.
so you got what's the plan?
The beer's already kicking in.
Yeah, I'm super wasted.
Yeah, we're gonna. I
What's
thought we were
that
gonna
beer's-
pilot-
I want to
pilot
get
the ship.
chocolate wasted.
I thought we were gonna fly the ship to the other end of the tower.
Yeah.
And see if we can find this old man that I'm
That's
supposed
what
to
I
kill.
said.
for
All right, let's
Bahamut.
do it.
What did I do?
This upsetting outrage was brought to you
We have
maybe
to
by a
we have
beer
to try to
that's
get to
Bud Light.
another level and find a way out to the ship, right?
No,
No,
we're
you're
on
on
the
we
ship.
were on the
You're
ship.
on the ship.
We need to get to the old
Blaine
dude
has
with
had
the chair.
so many beers.
Captain
Everyone. is
Captain
just
Blaine is,
destroyed.
Electric beer.
Sorry, I'm doing my Jim Backus from Mad World. This is an
Bump your head on the
old-fashioned.
cabinet.
You know what? In the 21st century, that's like Fast 7 probably. It hasn't come out yet with all the comedy stylings of your favorite stars.
Oh, I wish they
bumbling
would
in together.
load the Fast and Furious movies with comedians.
Yeah,
like Buster Keaton
That
and
would
the
be
Three
great.
Stooges. What's 21st century for the Three Stooges?
The movie.
The
Three
remake.
Seth Rogen,
Remake
Jonah
of
Hill,
Three
and
Dumb and Dumber.
Who was
somebody else.
the guy
McBride.
who plays the...
who? What?
They remade it, though. Right?
yeah, the
So-
remake of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Three Stooges
It
is
was,
the three.
Frank-
Yeah.
Will
Okay.
Sasso,
Anyway.
Yeah, Will Sasso.
some guy who did Mo, and Sean Hayes.
If we survive the events of this campaign,
You're welcome.
we still have to
Watch
get
that
through
movie?
well, we have to watch that movie.
I've seen
but-
that movie, and if you like Three Stooges, it's okay. It's a Three Stooges movie.
That's what I heard. And
You know,
Larry,
they
Larry
do. They
David
get a
shows
good
up.
impression
Larry
of the
David's
Three-
funny.
It's pointless,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they do a good impression.
Okay,
I love
so
Will Sasso.
Captain Blackie.
what show is this?
Where's the ship flying to?
We're gonna try to just get away from here and get to the other side of the planet. So
All
we're
right.
gonna do sort of like a big trans continental airline flight thing.
Got it. All right, so you guys, you bark
How would
a
you
couple.
get us all organized? How would you get us all to get on the ship and ready to go?
I would probably say, all right, platinum members only, platinum members, and people seating with children and elderly. Also, now we're. Sorry, I forgot about that. Now we're seating section 1. Section 1. Section 1.
All right, so everyone was waiting, but
Terrible radio. I mean,
Yeah,
podcasting.
okay, so you
What's a radio?
When it finally pays off.
Forgot about radio.
bark a couple silent mental orders to Stargoyle and step up to the control panel.
We're also going to try to stay away from the. Take a direction that takes us sort of like away from the ships that are coming in. So,
Okay.
even though they probably know that we're already there.
Yeah, they're still like high altitude, low orbit. So you guys are going to skim across the surface of this corpse field.
Okay.
So you take off. You head in a straight line now, like anticipating that if there is a mirror image of this on the other side of this little planetoid, that if you fly in a straight line in any direction, you'll get there. So zooming across the surface of the planet is actually sort of comforting because the detail of the endless corpse pile is lost. It just becomes sort of a gray sheet.
It's like a trench run made of bodies.
And if you look out the left of the aircraft, you'll see the Grand Corpse Canyon.
You see, though, as you guys are hauling ass along the surface of the planet, you see that all around this world, the ships are jumping in. So it's definitely more than just a routine sort of couple ships coming home. This is it seems like a full-on recall.
Here's an option that we have at this point. Can we get out of the system?
Sure, we can fly away.
Can we just fly away from this place? Because we're going to get killed.
No, we have to face this wizard.
My hope is it will
There's
be able to
there's
land,
nothing
face
to
this
return
wizard,
to.
and get out. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing to return to.
This seems like the nexus of all this shit.
Yeah.
So if we
Or you give Sir Richard his Mr. T pills and you fly wherever the fuck you want.
It's all don't fly.
Because I have a feeling.
Certainly try that.
I do have a feeling once we defeat this shithead that we'll be able to defeat the rest more easily. Or I'm totally wrong.
Okay.
As you are flying across the little globe here, you do see, and it's way off course for the direction you're heading, but you see a couple ships that have actually dropped down through, low orbit down to the surface level. And it looks like one of them, from this distance, it's it's as far out as it could be and still be visible. But you can tell by the shape of it that it's one of the big ships that you guys had nearly boarded before. But it's connected. It looks like it's connected from here. It looks like it's connected with like it's sitting on a massive, multi-mile high tripod, sort of 3-prong landing legs.
So it can drop off bodies, probably.
It sounds like it just came back from a farmer's market or something.
And as you guys are flying, you're not going to cross paths with it. This is way off of your course. You can just kind of see it way off to the left. What is that? Port, I believe. The port side.
Maybe
Or starboard.
Maybe it's
one
the
of the
ale.
two.
Maybe it's the ale, but I'm thinking we avoid these ships, get to the other side of the tower. I
So-
also don't want this person to maybe leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta fuck
yeah.
up Professor Little Oldman.
Yeah.
So maybe the better part of an hour goes by, and you see peek up over the horizon ahead of you, over this featureless pile of bodies. You see the top of what looks like will be in the other side of this tower. So it looks like you're on course. From here, though, as you're moving forward, you can see a couple other ships. They seem to be moving very slowly. You can only track their progress over 15-minute increments because everything's so big and heavy. But from here, you can see that what looked like sort of some type of tripod or legs are actually just 3 gouts of bodies cascading out from this ship, like it's dropping off.
Are they possibly filming a Tool video? Is there any other explanation?
Can I dip my pinky in it and taste it and go, yep, they're pure, all right.
You can vaguely see the specks of what looks like you'd have to assume from here, but it must be just like thousands and thousands of bodies being deposited by this ship.
Damn you, Coachella.
And with that,
Mart starts jacking it.
Well, with that, it sort of starts to drift back behind you guys. You carry on towards the tower uneventfully. There's no, again, the towers themselves seem to be pretty uninhabited for the most part. I mean, you saw a bunch of guys in the first tower, but for how big the complex was, it didn't seem like it seemed like it was a skeleton crew, sort of an automated team of collectors and robots and the old dude somewhere. So another 30 minutes, 25 minutes pass, and you guys are approaching the base of this tower. Now, you could find an entry point similar to where you did before. As you approach, you can see the little docking spots. You don't see any up above, but you could possibly improvise if you explored up.
Yeah,
It depends on what your approach was.
Should we circle the top and see what we can view?
Let's work
Is
the
someone
tip.
in the bubble?
Yeah, we
in the ship?
should absolutely put
Yeah.
someone in the gunning bubble that fired our fireworks
Yeah,
display.
yeah.
For sure.
Sarah's referring to the underbelly turret on the ship here.
Yeah,
Who's
the
gonna?
I'll go down there. I'm happy to.
Okay.
Comfy seat.
So Bart's the belly gunner. All right, so you guys are going to fly up the exterior of the tower and see what you can see up top.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ship changes directions, levitates effortlessly straight up the side of this thing. It's just sheer black. You can see a couple spots where it looks like there may be a window similar to what you guys looked out right before you got back to your ship, but it's hard to tell from here. The whole exterior of this thing just looks like matte black. So it's almost featureless. And as you guys go vertically, you get up near the top, and you're able to you see that the top of the tower, unlike you didn't see the very top of the previous one. It's actually looks almost like a stretched out rook, like a chess rook. So you can actually see down. You fly up, and you're staring down into the sort of the mouth, the top part of this massive structure. And in the you don't see anything that you recognize. It's not like you're looking down into a room that you visited on the other side or anything like that. But what you do see is the top is almost scooped out. So picture like the top of a rook, but instead of it being that flat little surface, it's a smoothed out spherical,
dish.
Almost like a golf tee, the top of a golf tee. And in that sort of indention is just a miasma of gray. It looks like the soul smoke, steam, vapor, but also this sort of faintly glowing gray fluid that seems to be oozing. It looks like
You may fire a creepy Alderon when ready.
So, like,
it looks like it's a similar sort of stuff, but you haven't seen like a fluid form of this
Right.
yet.
how can we land in that, though? You want to shoot through it?
I was just going to blow it up and find a place to land. I find everything
Do we
here
see
unacceptable.
souls in there, or just the
Everything
individual
here
souls?
is totally just like it does not jive
Gross.
with the paladin thing. It's like just fucking smite it all.
All right, let's
It's the
do
only
it.
way to be sure.
So you want me to just start firing at the surface?
Jerk off to you, smiting.
Asks Bart from the belly gunner turret.
Why not?
All right.
All right. With that, you turn your
Nothing's been jogged yet.
no,
Okay.
not yet. More on that
All
later.
right.
Let's do first break, and then let's fuck some shit up.
All right.
We're back.
All right.
Let's
So,
fuck some shit up.
so Richard, you toss a why not over your shoulder and turn your attention to the window.
If I could tear this whole tower down, I would.
Bart,
Brick by brick.
at your whim, the turret gun slips out, rotates around, and
Come on.
are you just firing into the
Well,
what's? Do you have
I'm thinking we can maybe blow a hole that we can land in, maybe drain out this fluid.
Okay. So are you going to shoot since it's like a
What do you
cup?
think? Towards the
Do
center?
you shoot at the edge?
Yeah,
or?
shoot
Yeah, I'm
the edge
thinking
so it
maybe
overflows,
shoot
so
the
it
edge.
pours out.
Or the center so it drains in.
Yeah, but we might need to go in there to get the guy.
Do whatever your heart tells you.
Is it like half a Cadbury egg filled with?
Well, I feel like
That's how I imagine it.
he's
You're
in
gonna
the
get the
center.
chocolate shell off of the side, and then
Totally.
Oh,
yeah.
Cadbury eggs. I wish they were our sponsor.
But it's like
wasn't
filled
the
with,
guy towards the center?
It's filled with the after vomit, like after you've puked up all the food and you're just throwing up bile.
sure,
Must
as you
you.
do,
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
back into
What is
the
it
shell.
inside a chocolate?
Yeah, you
in a
save,
chocolate shell,
Yeah, you
though.
save the shell and you throw it back into the shell. Everyone knows that. That's how you
Yeah.
eat them.
Cadbury's bile eggs.
That's why you never eat the first half of it. Just in case.
Shoot that chocolate.
Yeah, but I'm going to fire towards the center of it because that's, I think, where we want to go in.
Well, I'll just have to agree to disagree then. That's fine.
I am firing.
Shoot another
All right.
45-gallon drum of explosives at this thing.
So this is I mean, and don't forget, this is not like this isn't like a jacuzzi. This is like
Pinholes to this thing, probably.
hundreds of yards wide.
Did we have
this
two
thing.
different types of weapons on the ship, or am I thinking of a different video game?
No, I think you just had the turret.
I was thinking that we had like one powerful thing, and then, but yeah, you're probably right.
This is the thing you annihilated that collector scout with before.
was
Who was
fun.
shooting? I forget.
I think
who
that was.
fired that.
I think
but,
that was
Yeah.
Blaine.
Okay.
I'm
But
sorry,
this
that was
thing
Blackie.
is no joke. So, Blackie, you sort of wheel the ship around. You drift it around and give Bart optimum firing position. You guys hear you guys muffled because it's outside the ship in what you presume to be a vacuum. You feel the walls of the ship vibrate, thump, 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 and Bart just opens fire on the center of this lake of steam and milk, and so you see the result is sort of anticlimactic. You see geysers of this whatever this fluid is flashing, like splashing up in the air. And the steam substance that could be the souls that you guys have experienced so far, it seems to like retreat, like it seems to back away from the center of the firing.
Well, then maybe if we move towards it, it'll back away from us.
Maybe.
So you just lay into it. You notice that maybe as one round sort of impacts and smacks all this liquid away, maybe the next round gets in a little bit deeper, and Bart just goes into it. And it's Blackie actually who first notices.
We're all dead.
No. That from where you're sitting, sort of, you've given Bart sort of a broadside view of this. From where you're sitting, though, you're looking right down at the edge, and you notice that the fluid level is dropping rapidly.
That's good.
So it looks like
Drainy.
there has been a hole punched in the bottom of whatever this is.
All right. You were right. I was
flooding the
wrong.
place with this
You were
stuff.
right. You were right.
So we fucked up this guy's like Sobe. supply.
Yeah. So now his like ceiling bathtub
My evil jacuzzi.
is draining.
He's screaming at the landlord right now on the phone.
We are so fucking up his security deposit.
We got another call
Not
from the
supposed to
tenants
have a hot
upstairs.
tub upstairs.
Stanley.
So you guys, it's going to be, judging by the current rate of drainage and assuming that it's a uniform depth, like you're estimating the depth of the thing based on the curve that you can see, but it's going to be a little while before it drains enough.
Shoot it again.
You
More
could just
holes.
keep blasting it.
Our,
Yes,
our
Make it a
dwarven
sieve.
warrior makes a strong case for a secondary bombardment.
You've really changed your mind, but all right.
Okay, so yeah, Bart, you just continue
Hell yeah.
dropping
It's just fun.
heat on heat on this thing, and as you continue to do that, the speed of drain escalates, but at the same time you can see that there is almost like some type of emergency release valves happening. So off the side of the tower, farther, just a little bit down, you can see spouts of fluid being jetted out off to the side. May not mean anything. It may just be like an emergency reaction to all the stuff upstairs falling down on the people. But
Or we turned it on.
yeah. Other than that, though, there's no visible reaction. And after, 10, 12 minutes of you just laying a horrifying Vietnam-like F4 Phantom Agent Orange napalm barrage on this thing, the last of the fluid swirls around, and then, like, almost like it's mercury, it slips through one of about 4 gaping holes in the bottom of this.
I knew gaping was going to come into this eventually.
Yeah, so now you're looking into a perfectly smooth sort of bowl, except for
I wonder if there's an atmosphere.
the bottom. Yeah, the bottom center of it is just like pockmarked and burned and cratered, and then it's busted through in about 4 places. You can't see what's down inside there.
Can we land near the
Let's breach.
the one that's nearest the center?
Yeah.
Do we want to try to hide the ship someplace?
I think we're past it now.
Yeah, we're,
Yeah.
Well, then why don't we just
Deep in the
blast a
ship.
hole bigger, big
fly
enough for the
through
ship
it?
to fly through?
Sure.
All right.
We're
Bart,
like,
Bart's
there's no delicacy in our.
Yeah,
in
sure,
Our,
I'm
we're
good
doing
with that.
anymore. I love it.
All right, so there's a brief sort of turning of the ship to investigate, and then a turning of the ship back, and Bart opens fire again. Now you're trying to connect the pits you've made. You're
It's like
keeping
when you
an eye
shoot
on
out the star in the carnival game.
right. You're keeping an eye on the sky, but there isn't any sort of incursion coming in yet, and the size of the ships makes the whole thing makes the distance sort of deceiving. They look closer than they are, so you keep nervously glancing out the window, expecting to see ships screaming across the planetscape, but nothing.
I'll take one of those beers. Thanks, buddy.
So another 10, 12 minutes, you manage to cave in about three of the 4 sort of pits,
Nice.
which would be enough for a skilled pilot and tiny familiar co-pilot to drop
Do you mean Stargoyle?
drop the ship down into.
I
No,
love that.
Paul Williams.
I love that little guy.
John
Paul Williams.
Player.
Okay.
He's our elf.
So yeah, you've got a hole like a
Hey,
hole in the
Willie.
roof large enough to fly the ship into now.
Who said that?
Fantastic.
Oh, I think that was my friend Rich Little.
21st century Rich Little is Will Sasso.
But what's the 19th century Will Sasso?
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I see your meta and I raise you a what the?
Leonard Zelig. So what's happening now? What do we see?
Let's
We're
go.
flying
Let's let's
You can fly in
the
if you
hole.
want. You've got.
Let's put
This
it in
was
the
a
hole, right?
fantastic
guys?
Shove it in the hole.
decision.
Yeah, we're gonna shove it
Wait,
in the hole.
I gotta hear this from Blackie. He's at the helm.
I'm gonna say let's penetrate this giant gaping hole
Okay.
with our what is undoubtedly a penile ship. I haven't actually seen a sketch of the ship, but I'm just going on previous ship designs.
Yep.
And we'll let and let's ask all our fans to draw pictures of this ship entering this hole we've created in this giant.
Giant gray gaping
After the
hole.
fluid ran out, there's a hole that we can enter.
And
You
it's
guys should
surrounded
draw.
by naked bodies as far as you can see.
Okay. So very carefully you bring the ship around. The clearance is not great, but you are able to sink the ship down through this. Wait, what?
Nothing.
What? Am I being? Is it perverted?
I have
Did I say something perverted?
No, you're
Sarah
fine.
just started laughing at me
fine.
like, okay.
I have a curb feeler skill too. I have 4 to my curb feeler skill, so I think I can get in here without taking any paint off it.
Yeah, so this is you're in a very like a messed up sort of passage here. Yeah, this is sort of reminiscent of imagine like the ship salvage scenes, like the guys salvaging Ripley's ship or Lawrence Fishburne pulling up on Event Horizon. It's that sort of like
Or the-
headlights are on.
or Salvage One?
You have there's no room. You're
Is there-
sitting.
what's the atmosphere situation?
Well, you
Kinda
don't
tense.
know.
A little tense.
You eventually, after just a 20-foot, very careful drop, and you've sort of forward, backward, left, right, because it's just cut out by explosives, essentially. You drop the ship drops into the top of a room that's very familiar to you. So there's
Excellent.
it's a dimly lit by a dimly lit chamber by a gigantic crystal, which is sort of situated / built in to this throne.
Can I, if I get a shot at it, can I just shoot at the crystal from the ship?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
From the
What's
belly?
all the shooty?
I want to
I
shoot the
approve
thing.
of it. I approve of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you drop
Do you want
down.
to hit it? You can pop out and try to.
Yeah, I want to
Can
punch
you-
it.
We don't know if you can breathe out there, but maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, that's
to
why
feel-
Look, no, we're gonna find out.
All right, shoot.
Shoot.
Yeah, so you're essentially like hovering in your ship up near the ceiling of the big crystal chamber, similar to the one you
This
were.
is total Lando and Yen Nub with the Death Star 2.
Yeah.
I
How'd
like
you
it. I like it.
pronounce?
Yen Nub?
Okay.
Exactly that guy.
Yeah.
Sideways vagina face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Shoot it.
The spiritual father to Jar Jar.
That's what my toy said before they named him. And
It's weird.
The
That,
Sideways
original.
vagina face.
yeah, yeah.
it's weird
The
that
original Star
Lando.
Wars.
Weird that Lando would speak that guy's language too.
Yeah, they always do that. Like even when Chewbacca's like, it's,
I think everybody's
it's
got the
really-"
universal translator going.
Yeah.
It's a Star Trek thing, but whatever.
Well, the thing with Han and Chewie is like Han knew when Chewie was hungry or when he was tired.
That's like your dog.
Yeah, you just could tell when he was in a weird mood and stuff. Chewie was just like that. Just a real sweetheart.
So
You knew what he was thinking too. Sometimes he looked at you like he was thinking.
similar
He
to
thinks
the
he's people.
similar to the
He
other
does think
room.
He thinks he has a soul.
There's no beings in here. There's no like you don't see any collectors or anything.
Because
No.
they were
Wait, did we shoot the crystal?
exploded.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Not yet.
I'm shooting at the crystal.
Shoot.
Well,
The
hold on. Before you shoot
Oh.
the crystal,
Oh.
Wasn't that a
While
Christian
you're
Slater
discussing-
skateboarding movie?
Sean Cassidy, leave Garrett, shoot the crystal.
you see from where
They
you're
had one word right. The. Gleaming the cube. Shoot the crystal.
Same thing.
all the lenses, the sort of security lenses,
Yeah. Tell us about those, Dungeon Master.
they light up,
Shoot
and you
the glass.
you see the face of the old man, in you repeated 60, 100 times across the
Oh my
desktops
God.
and the walls.
He's the architect in the shitty Matrix.
Or else we're the giant good guys.
I still want to shoot the crystal.
I would.
and
I'll get to the lenses, too.
he yells, no,
do it.
no.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
He's like, he goes,
Let's Ray Donovan him and go, hang on, we got another call. And then just fucking floor it with the death charges.
he says, if you destroy that crystal,
We don't hear what he says.
okay.
No.
Did you shoot?
No, what
Shoot?
I'm listening.
Okay, all right.
Nice try.
Amarth said that.
Maybe you don't hear it.
I'm shooting him.
It would be awesome if you were in the turret right then. Yeah, he says. He says, I control everyone. Everyone will die if you destroy that crystal. Leave the crystal, and you have a chance to live. You can save millions. He almost seems a little desperate. You can't tell where he is by his image, but there's just a hint of desperation in his voice.
I would say to him, I'm saying to the group though, we'll hold off from shooting the crystal if you give yourself up right now.
All right. So now,
Is it? But like, obviously, I don't know if maybe he is. Maybe
Is
he
there
can
some way to
always-
yell to him? I mean, obviously he can yell to us. So
well, yeah. So it sounds like his is coming through like a THX sound system, but when it's as if he can hear you. So what you said, surrender and
If
you won't-
somehow
But
their
if they're-
lives are tied to this crystal,
But if he's in control of them, then him surrendering is not gonna. You
Yeah.
have to surrender control of that.
In response to that,
I
while
was
you
just
guys are
talked out of
discussing, he says,
I was talked out of negotiating. Negotiations have failed.
"Dare to barter with me."
Hit it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think fuck
I'm
it.
yeah, I'm all for the shooting
Shoot
the
it.
crystal thing.
I'm
All right.
shooting.
All right. You can see almost like the power on the TV's. The television turned off, and it does the sort of wink down to the
I
dot.
just
and then
hope it
vanish.
doesn't cost us.
Our home planet.
We'll see.
He
Second
he
edition.
disappears. All the monitors go blank, but not before you see like his just for a moment, like his brow furrow and his teeth bare, and you just see like pure rage on his face, and then all the lenses go. As the first round exits the barrel. And you put a few in just because it shoots fast enough that it's hard to even squeeze them off semi-automatic style. But the first round reduces the thing to just tiny slivers, like fiberglass size bits of
Shall we take off again?
of crystal. The adjoining sort of pipes, you remember there was like conduits feeding into the crystal?
Yeah.
Just begin...
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Gushing
starting to collapse.
soul steam.
We've removed the idol. It's time to run.
You can't hear them from in here, but you see vaguely the shapes of these things sort of meshing and combining to form almost just like a fog. There's so many of them, like broken pipes.
That's good.
Fly
yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Yeah. Let's do the getting out of the Death Star part.
What's
All
the getting out of the Death Star brought to you by, Blaine?
Getting out of the Death Star brought to you by Carl Sr. If it doesn't get all over the place, please don't put me in a home.
All right, so it's a little anticlimactic compared to escaping the Death Star because this has to be handled very carefully. But you guys, as hastily and safely as possible, Blackie and Stargoyle lift the ship up out of the ceiling and back up into the space right above the tower.
By the way, we're the 21st century BJ and the Bear.
What do we see? What do we see as we pull above this asshole?
So, as you guys lift up above the center of the tower, again, there's no ships in the immediate vicinity, but you still see the sky is still filled with the collector fleet. But
They're going to be mad.
out of the hole in the bottom of the sort of the bowl, steams like the soul smoke sort of starts to puff and billow out of that thing.
It's like a fish
And then
concert.
almost as as pressure builds up, it almost turns into like a column of smoke and then a jet, and it's just like spitting all shapes and sizes of spirits just up into space.
No body issues. It's beautiful.
I quietly bless them.
Okay. You guys are now flying. You're a few hundred yards up and off to the side of this whole show.
Do we see the other ships?
Yeah, I mean, but they're still a ways out.
Hold on, I'm farting.
Shit. Saigon.
Brown thunder.
Still listening to the sound of Brian's farts.
Black farts down.
Saigon.
Yeah, so it's leaving you with a feeling of it's sort of dread and a sort
Like
of a victory rush too,
Natty,
because
Natty or Judge?
you've hurt this bad guy, but you're not sure at what cost yet, and what the repercussions of this are. And it's oddly quiet out here, so.
Well, Bahamut may be mad, but I don't know that Bahamut is mad. I'm still trying to destroy I'm still trying to destroy it. I say let's continue to fire at the tower. Why not? Just blow the top floors into.
I feel like it's pretty done, but sure.
Let's take a quick break and then fuck it up a little more.
All right.
And we're back.
All right. So Bart, you're opening fire.
Yeah, I'll shoot at anything that looks like it might need shooting
Hey,
at.
we can. I'm open to suggestion.
I just feel like this whole thing's going to implode shortly. I don't want to get away.
We can do that too,
That's what
but
I'm
I still
thinking.
want to find that old asshole.
How do we do that?
I don't know.
Well, is there on the other side that we didn't go to the top of? I know we killed the crystal, but what about all that? Would there be like that collection of liquids and stuff at the top on the other side of the
Could
planet?
be.
Because we could also try to go drain that, but I don't know if we already did it by shooting that crystal.
That's what I
Punching the crystal.
thought.
Oh, sorry, did I miss?
No, but I in my mind I was imagining sort of handling it at a lower point on the tower, because we punched down into the crystal room. Although maybe there are multiple crystal rooms. We know there's 2. Maybe there are more.
I just think he seemed like he saw doom ahead of him.
But he's still alive. I mean, he's still alive. Wherever he is.
I don't know.
Let's check out the top of the other tower. What do we have to lose?
You know what? If we can just we fly like nap of Earth, we go in, we find the other tower, and then we just strafe it the whole way up to the top. Do the same thing, and then try to get out of the system.
All right.
Stargoyle and I'll find a nice exit with an in and out.
These are too these are not something you could chop down like a tree. They're too big if that was what you're thinking. But if you're thinking just
if
chip
we're
away,
flying along and it looks like they're starting to crumble, I think we should get out of here.
yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you guys you fired a couple parting shots at the
Sure.
roof of this thing as Blackie, you wheel the ship around and start heading back the hour or so journey back to get around to the other side of this thing. As you're going, you see you again now off to the starboard side.
Starboard.
Off to the right. Now you see the dreadnought that was like gouting out like columns of bodies. You see it
Come right at us.
stuck. No, it's like the first third of it looks like it's stuck in the planet. It looks
Yeah,
like the
they're
whole
all
thing
fucked.
just keeled over and just crashed into the planet.
I think we're good. I hope.
Let's check out the top of the other one. But I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So the souls are the collectors.
We may have killed them and everyone else in the whole universe,
Yeah,
but
he did say that my planet was
We didn't
doomed.
die.
yeah,
You
but
said
we're
that
fine.
your planet is doomed.
Yeah, if I didn't kill
We
all
live
of you
to fight
guys,
another
remember?
day.
Yeah.
When he was in my head, that's what he said.
I'm sorry.
He said that my planet would be destroyed if I didn't kill all of you.
Yeah, but that's his common threat.
I believe he may have. Well, whatever he has interacted with is probably doomed.
Yeah. Are we on our way?
In fact, this discussion.
Oh.
Actually, I don't need to write you a note because this discussion would trigger an interesting connection for Mildred. I
Oh.
think that may be linked to how some of this mechanism worked and how you broke free.
Mildred suddenly realizes that. Remember when she told you guys about how the connection was broken with
The thread?
with a thread was broken, and that there was like a shape that she saw that she got sucked into or whatever, and then there was like a night sky beyond that. She realizes that now what probably happened was that when Stargoyle was spinning out in the Sea of Souls, that he sucked up her soul fragment that had been taken
Well, that's good.
and
This is
freed
good
her
news.
and freed her from
but he also,
I say all that, I guess.
but
Mildred
he
says
also
all-
has it on him now. Maybe he can fart it out
Or
for you.
Stargoyle freed it.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I don't think he has it on him. I think it just goes through him to
Stargoyle?
I think you should
Start farting
open your
souls.
mouth.
Well, the good,
and let
yeah,
him
the
fart
point
in your
is-
he
face.
doesn't control it.
the point is, yeah, the guy doesn't control it anymore, which means that
All of these ones we just freed.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're free or if they would need to go through Stargoyle.
I was thinking,
to
do we
get
need to
free
send
of
Stargoyle
this.
to suck
Stargoyle is like a miniature sort of black hole. So
we could
So we
deploy.
could send him
crushing
out.
He's a bag of holding in a way.
We could go deploy Stargoyle against
Yeah.
I
against
considered
those
that,
other
but yeah.
souls.
Yeah, so now we just send him out and let him suck everything up. We could see, and that might be helpful to those souls. But we
I mean,
don't know.
he can fly like before.
Can we have him hang
he
out the
can-
ship and we can fly near the...
Can we stretch him
you know?
so he's bigger?
Like these-
No,
like a
that's,
sail.
that is exactly the one issue. Is
Right.
he can't do if you if you
His
send
hole
him
won't
out
get
into
any
that.
bigger.
Right. I mean,
No matter how hard you
Do you know
go
what he
to
he
is?
him.
can endlessly absorb these things, but he can't hit the difference he would make compared to the number of souls that make up this flow.
It's like
would
a
be
pinhole
super-
sucking a cloud.
Yeah, yeah.
Still,
I mean-
though, if we could achieve critical mass on Stargoyle, he could be the destruct sequence on the Enterprise.
He might get a tummy ache.
Yeah, I'm counting on it.
I mean, yeah, he can hang out on the. That's what I'm saying. He can hang him on the outside of the ship, have him grab on, and
Now we're
strafe
just
around the
in-
souls.
in Cuckoo Town.
Oh, now it's good.
We might as
Now
well.
it's
now
crazy.
when he's hanging outside.
Too far.
We might as
ahead.
well be in a Mr. T morning cartoon show.
But I don't know if the crystal is. Did it seem like the souls were getting filtered into the crystal, and so then
They were what the purpose of the crystals
Right.
exactly. You have limited knowledge of, other than using your own example, using yourself as an example. You could deduce that possibly this guy may be able to take control of anybody who he had stolen a fragment
Right.
of their soul from.
Well, not anymore.
Right. Any other, who knows what other evil purposes he has for these souls, but
Let's go check out the top of the other tower.
Yes.
okay.
yeah, so we're another hour journey.
Yep. You zip across. As you go, almost like sort of arbitrarily, just randomly, you can see ships wheeling in their low orbits. Some of them in there's not like Death Star Destroyer collision explosions or anything. From the distance you're at, it just looks like they are crashing into each other and turning into glitter. Like it's just there's
Awesome.
It's very pretty.
horrible interstellar accidents happening. It's
like my dice.
And now the only thing that could make Sir Richard happier than what he's seeing is to go kill an old man. That's going to be the icing on this cake. Gonna go kill an
If
old man.
he's alive.
He's alive.
Yeah. Last you saw he was, which
All
was
right,
moments
so-
before the crystal was shattered.
Exactly. It caused everything to fuck up.
Okay, so about 50 minutes later, after you
The
leave,
credits would be rolling if he was dead.
you're approaching.
you're
you
right.
see the other tower, and you immediately notice there's a difference. You can see it looks taller. Like you see this. You shouldn't, Blackie. This would be your. This would be something you would notice first.
Does it look
And
like
that
the
is-
level of bodies is going down?
No, because you see the tower before you should. So the top of the tower is definitely higher than it should be.
He's Minecrafting like a son of a bitch.
And
Where's
yeah,
the ship?
you have a sneaking suspicion exactly that
It's
that the
detach
tower
it from
is
the rest of the thing.
rising
Fucking
somehow.
hell.
Okay.
Well, it's shooting at the tower.
And as you
right.
guys, you sort of step on it as much as possible. Not that you can't give her any more than she's given, but
The back of his ship just has the name of it. Betsy 2.
yeah, as you guys sort of get it over the horizon enough to see the base of the tower, you see that it is like brightly flickering and illuminated, and definitely about 200 meters separated from.
It's like a rocket ship.
Can we
above
get in
the-
front of it and hit it from the top?
I'm shooting
even
it
if-
as soon as we're in range.
Okay.
Are we in range?
And what's your approach plan here?
I think we need to get on board in case it warps out. So we need another surprise entrance.
We're going to dock at one of the docking stations.
So you can, but that's near the bottom or the
Right.
base.
I mean,
It's
we
up to you guys.
we could try for the top again and just try and plow our way through, but
Or
if
or
that-
shoot the hell out of it before it warps. I don't know
Or we
if have
could
enough
dock.
firepower.
We could dock as high as possible, and then board, and then there's nowhere for him to flee. Now we're on the ship with him.
yeah, I don't mind him fleeing with us on board.
Right.
I mind greatly him being able to escape with us
Right.
not on board.
Right.
So
Well, can we try to dock with
Yeah.
with whatever's closest
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
sooner rather than later?
Yeah, you guys are hauling ass over the increasing your altitude as you're screaming across the surface of this thing, beelining it for essentially the same floor that you guys first entered this tower on, what seems like forever ago. As you get closer, you can feel sort of a hum, the thrumming of some like monstrous engine or source of thrust as this thing is like, and every time the lights, like blinding lights, flicker from underneath this thing, the thrumming intensifies momentarily, just boom, 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 boom. And you can see beneath it now 400-500 meters down, you can see like a pit that had once been filled by the tower. And just like the sides of this pit are now just collapsing. Just bodies and bodies are like falling down into this seemingly endless pit. They're being incinerated even at this distance by the heat of the engines on this thing. But you guys managed to get up to at the docking level before this ship does anything like some FTL jump or something like that. So you have the opportunity to dock your ship now if you want.
Dock it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's dock this
Docking.
ship up.
All right, so target first
Brian's
docking
got some
bay of
docking on his-
opportunity.
Docking like
Right.
docking.
Yeah.
You got some docking?
You guys dock the ship, and
I hope we don't get dock blocked.
the the airlock seal snaps, and you guys are attached to this this craft now.
Let's
Charge
boogie on
in.
through. Yeah.
Charge in, get to the fucker.
Yep.
All right. So you're gonna so this is gonna be the beginning of another little trek here because you're not sure what's going on. This building may be or this structure may be significantly different now. So
And plus, we have to go through customs.
Should we call it?
oh, I knew I heard it. I heard the long inhale. That end of episode inhale.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
call it
We've
so we
come
can get
along.
another one
We've
in
come a
tonight.
long way to kill someone,
Yeah.
and I'm intent on doing it.
Yeah, well, maybe we can do it in the next hour. Let's see.
next week.
Listen next week.
Next week.
Blaine, you got anything this week?
What's this week?
Well, this one airs
This week.
the 19th. Is that right?
Oh, the 19th is not only my birthday. I'll be 18.
Happy birthday.
But I'll be performing at the chapel with Todd Barry on his crowd work tour in San Francisco. So please come by and see the
What day
almighty
is that?
Todd Barry. That's
Nice.
Thursday, the 19th.
Thursday. Okay, so yeah, this
Day
airs
after.
the 18th. Yeah. Cool. I'm with Bob and David. We're in the middle of our tour. Bob and David and Posehn. It's not really a Mr. Show tour. We do a thing called the Mr. Show Experience that anybody who ever liked Mr. Show should see. It's super, super silly. We're in Chicago this week for 2 shows, Friday night. And then Saturday we're at Up in Second City, in the Second City building in Chicago. And I think at 1 p.m. signing our new book, Hollywood Said No. Check out our book, Hollywood Said No. It's on Amazon. And Jerry and I have two Deadpool trades available, 1 and 2, and then I think the hardcover is available for pre-order now, right?
Hardcovers available for pre-order in January, and then
So that's the
next
first
week-
12 issues.
First 12 issues. Next week, Deadpool 17 arrives, and then Scott Koblish and I are going to sign while you're on the road. So Wednesday the 25th, if you're in Los Angeles, come to Golden Apple Comics. It's a charity event too, but
Cool.
the signatures are free.
Right on. That's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com